Welcome to Manage to Engage, the podcast from clearandopen.com, dedicated to the evolution of you because businesses grow when people do. Serving leaders, managers, and people who will be, helping you reach excellence in your work and achieve your personal goals at the same time. Sign up for the free course at clearandopen.com. If there's someone close to you right now in this moment who's been holding back an observation they have about you because they're afraid it would make you uncomfortable, do you want them to tell you? If that's the case, then think about what you're holding back with the people in your life and go tell them. Hi, it's Joseph, and thanks for tuning in to Manage to Engage, the podcast from clearandopen.com. As a society, we put a premium on honesty, but there's a massive gap between how we value honesty and how we tend to embody it. In reality, most of us want harmony more than we want honesty. However, a business culture won't evolve without critical and constructive feedback. So, for the conclusion of this series on why people quit their bosses, not their jobs, I want to help you bridge the honesty embodiment gap so that you can inspire productive change in your organization. I offer weekly member webcasts, online courses, and mentorship at clearandopen.com because it's my truth that with the right tools, anyone can eliminate the people, money, and time problems holding them back in business. And I share parts of these webcasts and courses on this show because I want to help you too. If you're enjoying the show and learning from it, I'd love your feedback. If you're listening to the show on an Apple device, all you have to do is open up the podcast app, view the full description of this episode, and click the link to leave a rating and review for the show. Thanks so much for listening. Let's start the show.
Joseph, you've mentioned how it's a strong thing to be able to bring to your manager, what am I not doing, that type of thing. Do you feel like it's also strong for a manager to ask that of an employee?
Oh, yeah, but trickier.
Okay, I don't want to make you go into detail.
Yeah. I mean, to me, a growing culture in a business is one where people regularly talk about each other's blind spots, asterisk, inappropriate ways, in space, appropriate ways. Because the way a manager would ask an employee that, because the trick there is to do it without collapsing your authority. That's why it's harder. Everything is harder as a manager. Especially if you're a manager who's in between, where you're being managed and a manager. That's the worst, well, not the most difficult role. But yeah, I think that should be the case. And the other tricky thing about that is, of course, the context that a manager is responsible for creating a space where the employee feels free to answer that question honestly. That's really the most difficult thing. That's the 3 months beforehand, before that question, where the real work is. All of the work of that question is context. So that when you actually ask that, you've created a structure where they're going to tell you whatever they tell you honestly, but respectfully. And 360 reviews can be, anonymous type reviews can be really useful there. But even then, people are not 100% honest.
Thank you. You've talked about making that space before, and so now I've connected those.
Yeah, cool. It's a great question, and certainly one of the biggest challenges of getting honest feedback from anyone is a big challenge because we all value honesty so much in our culture, right? Honesty is one of on the top 10 list, right? That's probably some of the biggest hypocrisy in the world, right? The embodiment gap between how we value honesty and how we actually embody it. What's true is we mostly value harmony, getting along with people, more than honesty, 9 times out of 10. But again, think about how honesty, if there's someone close to you right now in this moment who's been holding back an observation they have about you because they're afraid it would make you uncomfortable or it might threaten the strength of your relationship, assume that's happening right now. Do you want them to tell you? If that's the case, then think about what you're holding back with the people in your life and go tell them. right? That's the golden rule. Treat others as you would want to be treated. Is that easy? No. But it's really alive.
It seems like valuing harmony over truth means that whoever's the most aggressive personality gets their way, right? Because everyone else just wants harmony. So it could actually be in your own self-interest to pursue dissonance in that way. Is that, yeah?
Yes, and Victor writes that's how it works in the animal kingdom. That's also how it works in politics. And this is why Republicans, whether you agree with their ideologies or not, continue to win all over the place because they don't care about harmony as much as the Democrats do. And so there's a lot of resentment from Democrats to Republicans without owning the spinelessness that goes on in the Democratic Party. That they don't show up in the same aggressive way. Now, maybe they shouldn't have to. They're telling themselves, okay, I get that. But, when you think about the Democrats, there's a niceness to them. Al Gore, Bill Clinton, even Barack Obama. There's a Hillary Clinton. There's a niceness to them. And, that phrase, when they go low, we go high, that I think Michelle Obama coined, or one of them did. It's like, okay, I like that in principle, but you're losing. Check out your results. Like maybe there's a high road that has a little bit more of an edge. Like that moment in, I think it was the third presidential debate where Donald Trump was like creepily kind of stalking Hillary Clinton, was like totally invading her personal space. She wrote in her book that she wished she'd said, "Get away from me, you creep," in that moment. Yeah, I wish she had too. I mean, maybe not those words, but just like, excuse me, can I have a little space here? Where was that? Like, that's the spinelessness of the Democratic Party right there. The willingness to take it and think that's going high. That's harmony in service of staying small. And it enables bullies like that. Now, of course, in that debate, it appeared she didn't need to do such a thing, but apparently she did. Who knows? The whole election could have turned on that one moment. But what a powerful regret she has. I'm sure Hillary Clinton is standing up for herself in all sorts of new ways, having had that regret. It's a powerful one. In our final minutes, any other questions or anybody else want to share what you got?
I was a little dismayed to find out how many places and how many different forms that, even though I think I say I believe in ask, don't tell, there's so many places where I practice Superman versus Yoda, or something like Superman, if not super. And I think it has a lot to do with I want to be in control because I think I'm always right or know better. And so that was a kind of an eye opener.
Thanks for sharing that. You doing much meditation?
I'm not.
Oh, it would be so good for you, Peter. Meditation is, like I often say, it's like the Swiss Army knife, but it does even more things than a big Swiss Army knife. Among all of the things that it does, it develops your muscle. It strengthens your muscle for tolerating the unknown or even embracing it. Because in many ways, it's the practice of accepting exactly and only what is. So I'm handing you a prescription complete with the really messy handwriting that doctors have.
A Yoda trait.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Meditate you must. Thanks for listening to Manage to Engage, the Clear and Open podcast. Join us next week when you'll be a little bit closer to who you're destined to be. Until then, know that Clear and Open is dedicated to the evolution of you, because businesses grow when people do. If you want to help the show grow, I'd appreciate you leaving a rating and review on iTunes. All you have to do is open the Apple Podcasts app, view the full description of the episode, and click the link to leave a rating and review. Or you can go to clearandopen.com/review, and it will bring you to the right place. If you're looking for more support on your journey, head over to clearandopen.com for even more tools, articles, and free resources. Thanks so much for listening. Bye for now.